Welcome to DFS Insights. I am David Geislinger, and I'm joined by my cousin, David Grant Jr. The teams up on the block are the Chicago Bulls at the Los Angeles Lakers.
This is where each of us will be giving you our three key players to focus on while creating each of your lineups. If you notice the same player selected as both of our three key plays of the game, consider taking extra note of that player, as David and I do not discuss our three main plays beforehand, making those same plays all the more valuable. David and I are going to give you a quick breakdown of what we like about our three main plays, and stay tuned till the end where we're going to give you two completely free lineups.
Yeah, nice. So, appreciate that. So, Bulls versus Lakers, huh? Fanduel's decided to go with the injury-filled lineup instead of the nationally televised game between, our Kings versus the Warriors, a repeat of Game 7. But hey, who am I to judge, Man, obviously they're good at making money. So, but enough of that. Let's get into it. Bulls versus Lakers. Looks to be an interesting matchup, I guess, to say the least. The Lakers are favored by 5. I'm not sure how they're coming to that favoritism or that line, but over/under sitting at about a 224, that seems to be a pretty high-scoring game. Bulls are 6-4 in their last 10. Lakers are 5-5 in their last 10. Few key injuries. Lo and behold, Davis and James are game time decisions. Who would have thought that? But more interesting, Cam Reddish is officially ruled out. Gabe Vincent is still out for the Lakers. Then you got Torrey Craig, Levine, and Lorenzo Ball out for the Bulls. But the interesting part about the Lakers injuries, LeBron James was out last game. So the likelihood of him being out a second game is, definitely probable. And Anthony Davis, typically when he does have that game time decision tag, when you do go in, he does say probable. However, this time is actually questionable. So that has me a little nervous between those two, which kind of changes everything, right?
Yeah, for sure. Changes a boatload if neither one of the superstars are playing. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, how do you see this? How do you feel about this injury news before we head over?
Dive in. Yes. I feel like one of the superstars has played when they're at home. Under these circumstances, it's a matter of which one. But now that we're getting deeper into the season, this is where I do become more concerned that neither of them play. As you mentioned, LeBron did not play last game, and he's older now. And the fact he didn't play last game, and there's not like he hasn't been upgraded to probable or anything, then he's a true game time decision, and it is a 50-50 at best. Yeah. So make sure you're watching the news. And then to see Davis be downgraded from his usual probable to game time decision is not looking good. That dude blows away with the wind. Mm-hmm. He gets an injury with that. You'll watch him play and he'll get a rebound and injure himself somehow, or you can't even figure out how he got injured, and he'll be out. So I just don't to see him be downgraded like that scares me.
Yeah. So one other injury I forgot to mention, game time decision. Patrick Williams for the Bulls. It does say he is probable, and he did get about 31 minutes last game on the 22nd against Suns. So I believe Patrick Williams. That's kind of why I think I blew over him. I think he's going to play. There. So
that's fair. Definitely fair.
But that injury news, so definitely, just like every NBA DFS, following the news up literally until tip-off, until FanDuel literally says you cannot change your lineup anymore. You need to be paying attention to the news. Or just go ahead and hit that notification bell, and we'll provide those updates as they come along. We do our best to put any updates or changes in the lineups as news breaks, because like NBA is its own beast when it comes to changes. Like on the way, they could eat something bad for lunch and they're out. These NBA players, it's not like you and your friends going out and playing recreational ball. You twist your ankle, you walk it off for a minute and you're back in. No, they take 7 weeks off. So just keep that in mind. Pay attention to the news, and or hit that notification bell, and we'll provide that news for you. But enough of me rambling here. Let's head over here to the players, and I know it's kind of asking you to predict the future more than normal when it comes to DFS. But what three players are going to lead you to this victory here?
Yeah, so I'll just start with my caveat that this lineup I'm about to give you, and on my 3 key plays, I'm going to go ahead and say that LeBron and AD are not going to play in this game.
Okay.
So just take that as a note as I go over these 3 key plays here. So I'll go ahead and kick it off with Nikola Vucevic for Chicago. He's expected to start at center. He's got a positive pace differential. LA's given up about 10 rebounds a game to starters. Vooch is averaging, darn near close to 50 fantasy points when he's well rested. And he's got a great assist combination between him and Kobe White, who I'll just go ahead and tell you right now is really my second key play of the 3 I'm going to be giving you. So, man, with or without AD playing, that is not going to affect my Nikola Vucevic play here. He's a beast. He is the type of guy who's kind of like AD. He's more of I'd argue more of a 4 than a 5. He can step out and shoot the 3. He can hit jumpers. He can kind of do a little bit of it all. I'm a big Nikola Vucevic fan. He's made me a lot of money in fantasy. And going up against this Lakers squad, whether it's against AD or whether it's against a backup there, I think he's gonna eat. So that's my number 1 play at the 13,500. Kind of leading to my second play, which will be Kobe White. I believe Zach LaVine is still, is going to be out for this game, probably because of trade talks and whatnot there. And I know LaVine is more of the shooting guard than a point guard, but nonetheless, again, we got more of an up pace here for Chicago. So I love taking teams that are going up, that have the up pace. The Lakers play at a faster pace than the Bulls. So now these Chicago Bulls guys are going to get a couple more possessions. The Lakers are giving up an average of 40 fantasy points to point guard starters. They're giving up, close to 7 assists a game to point guard starters. And, they're giving up close to 8 field goals a game. So it's, and Kobe White correlates very well with a top assist combination to Nikola Vucevic.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So yeah, I think pairing those 2 guys together is really good. I think in this game specifically, I would typically have Vooch as the, MVP or star, and then maybe go Kobe White star or pro. But, mixing and matching them in those 3 positions, the multiplier spots, Kobe White is good enough to be an MVP. He'll be very low owned there. Definite possibility of him being optimal there. So, something to look out for. And then my third play is going to be from the Lakers. And again, this will be assuming that LeBron and AD is out. Even if just one of them is out, I still think this will be a good play. I'm going to go ahead and go with Taurean Prince this time. I know I kind of got on Hashimura for the last game that we covered. He was super high owned, just like you said he would be. I didn't think he was going to be. We had Cam Reddish back. we had all the boys back besides LeBron.
Yeah.
So I really I thought there'd be more of a different ownership there. But man, Hashimura was still 47% in the flex. I mean, that was ridiculous. So
yeah,
I'd rather switch over to Taurean Prince, who, coming off last game against the Clippers, only projected for 17, hit 30. So he's a guy who can get you 30 to 35 fantasy points. And again, I'm really hoping that LeBron and AD are both out. And then Cam Reddish has already been ruled out from what I'm looking at. So that just means more minutes going to Taurean Prince. So, that's my, and last time he went up against Chicago, he scored 30, about 31. He scored 31.8 fantasy points. So, in their last matchup, which was about a month ago. So that is, at 8,500, if he's able to get you 30 fantasy points, he's going to be in the optimal lineup. Put him in your lineup. So yeah, those are my 3 key plays. What are your thoughts on those, Dave? And then we can get into your 3 key plays.
Yeah, starting off with Prince here. Yeah, no, it definitely like the pick as just a foreshadow. Jumping ahead to one of the lineups, the free lineup that I actually have him in. But yeah, it's crazy because it basically came down. LeBron was out, and it was up to 4 people: Cam Reddish, Hashimura, Vanderbilt, and Taurean Prince. Mm-hmm. And if you really look at it, they all got about the same exact fantasy points, like high 20s. Like Cam Reddish got low 20s, but he got hurt, so he's out. Taurean Prince got the 28, 29 points. Hashimura is about there, but Vanderbilt's the one that kind of stepped up and got like 31, I believe it was. So I think he just got like a couple extra steals that basically 35. He got 3 steals, which obviously put him ahead of the rest of them. But yeah, so it is kind of like a crapshoot on who plays, but Taurean Prince did get the start, and Hashimura, I believe, got the start last game. But I like Taurean Prince a little bit better, just overall. And I think, I don't know, like I mentioned before, Hashimura, I don't know if people just hear the name and like it more. Like, I'm not sure. So that's kind of why I went a little bit lower owned. I went more Taurean Prince and Cam Reddish last matchup there.
Nice, yeah.
Kobe White, I definitely like. He was actually going to be one of my 3 picks, but I went away from him to do kind of like a lower salary player, just to kind of give that. This guy's a beast. Take into consideration this 56.5 point game is like his outlier game, but he does have quite a bit of low 40s. But yeah, I mean, he's averaging 32 fantasy points. So yeah, that's a great pick. And like you said, the correlation him and Vooch have is crazy there. So I'll just start off my 3, starting off with Vooch here. Yeah, there's. I don't have any issue even if AD plays. AD is a big presence down there, but I think he's also kind of soft at defense. He kind of reminds me of Sabonis. Like, they have great offensive abilities, but their defense is maybe
non-existent.
10 to 20th ranked roughly. Like they play defense. They're just big, so obviously they can play defense. Yeah. They're just not like that lockdown center like back in the day, Mutombo or something, right? Dave Robertson, things like that. Sean, things like that. But so he definitely has the potential. I mean, he's averaging what it's saying right here, 38 fantasy points. Just running a few analysis here with Levine out, Ball, and Craig out. He's actually averaging 46 fantasy points. With them out. He's projected 33 minutes, which is about where his average is at. He's also projected in this matchup about 39 points. So, which is, slightly above his average. So he's definitely, I can see him getting that. His usage rate is about 24. So that's pretty high. I mean, I like to see guys obviously mid 20s. Obviously, the higher the better, but typical is about mid 20s. I like to see, and we all know NBA minutes and usage. If you don't have those two, you're not scoring. You don't. The potential of you getting points is very very limited. So obviously, the longer you're on the court, the more opportunities you have with the ball to get those fantasy points. Obviously, the better. So, yeah, he's a great pick. My next pick, I'm actually going to go with DeRozan. Nice. He has been. I mean, he's 39, 30, 38 and a half fantasy points is pretty nice. Haven't got to actually use him too much in it. He did score 52 points against the Lakers last time, 51.9. So he does have, it looks like a good matchup. He is projected. He is the highest projected / averaged minute player. He's projected 37.4 minutes and about 30. He's projected 37 fantasy points, which is, slightly below his average. However, obviously, I think if like LeBron and AD and out, he has the potential also to get slightly more with those younger guys on the floor. He can take advantage of that. So with that, his usage is 25.8. So that's right where I like it. So and he's at 12.5, which is kind of your bottom range of those top tier players. So I like the salary to the potential fantasy point value. So. And he can literally be in any spot. So he's more like where do you think the ownership play is going to be for you? So I like him kind of more MVP star position, just because I think the ownership will be slightly lower than him, because typically people associate those multipliers with the salary, and not what they should be, but that's a different video. Maybe we'll make a video on that here in the future. And my last play, I'm gonna go down here. I like this guy, Ayo. I'm gonna butcher it, Dosunmu. Dosunmu. So 8K player, great play. He's averaging, it says 17.3. However, looks like the last 3 games, he is averaging about 27 fantasy points. He's averaging over 30 minutes. He is the starter. He's in the starting lineup as an 8K player, which is crazy to see. He's been in the optimal lineup the last 2 games he's played. He is projected 27.7 minutes, and he's projected 21 points. However, looking back at the last 3 games, he is one of the 4 players on the Bulls that have played over 30 minutes in those games, averaging over 30 minutes. So obviously it's Vooch, Rosen, White, and him are the only players averaging over 30 minutes. And like you said, NBA minutes, great. Great opportunity. So I like him. That salary is just too nice to match up. And then obviously I think he will be higher owned because of that. The players that actually dig down, his usage is a little low, sitting at about 16.7, so not really where I like it. But if he's averaging 28 fantasy points with a salary of 8K, it's really hard to pass up.
And he does a little bit of it all too. The game against Memphis, he had a steal, a block, 4 assists, 6 boards, 3 3-pointers, 20 points. You know what I'm saying? So he's a guy who can really spread it across the sheet, and those are the type of players that I really like to roster for sure.
Yeah, he's had those low games. I mean, low games 3, but he's also had those 42-point fantasy. So, there is potential there. But yeah, those are my 3. What do you think?
Nice. Yep. Yeah. No, I definitely like it. I like the Dosunmu play. He's won me quite a bit of money in past years, over the past 1 or 2 years. So he's a great player. I like the pick. And, obviously you and me both agree on the Vucevic play. And then I also really like DeRozan. Obviously I could only pick 3. I went Kobe White just because of the his upside with the correlation. But and don't get it twisted. I'll be rostering some DeMar DeRozan with my core 3 for sure. So and some Dosamu. So
nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, there you guys go. Those are our, I guess it'd be 6 players or 5. I think we overlapped on 1 there, so not too bad. But here's what you guys been waiting for. Here's our free lineups for tonight. The tournament, these are for the 10K, the first tournament. We like to give you guys a free lineup. We will be entering them. They are viable. We don't do throwaway lineups here. Obviously, we enter in quite a bit of lineups. So, but we've had a pretty good track record with at least getting in the money. Haven't had a big win, a big free win yet, but we're looking forward to that. But with that, please leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about these lineups. We'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys do have. Your insights do matter. We want to know who your guys' top picks are and which players do you think might be the game changer. Feel free to ask us any questions about players we haven't covered. And we're here to discuss and share our thoughts. So with that, also hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, because I can definitely see injury news that we will be posting in the comment section. And if we do change any of these lineups, we do put that new lineup in the comment section, so make sure you are following in case of that change. And with that, I will send it over to David for the final remarks here.
Yes, sir, man. Just everybody like and subscribe. Be sure to be checking out some of the other videos we're going to have floating around this week. We are finishing off the NFL season as well. We got the AFC Championship game on Saturday, and then the NFC Championship game on Sunday.
Both are Sunday.
Oh, both are Sunday?
Yeah.
My apologies there. I'm so hyped. I just knew that the 49ers were playing on Sunday. That's all I knew. But yeah, so we'll have some videos for that as we finish off the NFL season. And yeah, please like, subscribe. We're transitioning into NBA. That's where my bread and butter's at. So you all are gonna be in for some treats as we ride out the rest of this NBA season. Good luck. Leave your questions and comments down below. We'll be sure to get back to you. Make that money.